Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Astal.
Hello, you there?
Yes, I'm there, Astal. In the last episode, we trekked on past the Forest Fiend. We had to fight not one but two mini-bosses, and we also had to go through the Sea of Clouds. I'm going to pause the game right here and explain more about the momentum problem in the Sea of Clouds, which will also be prevalent here. The thing about the moving platforms in the Sea of Clouds is that you could be jumping to the right while a platform is moving straight to the left. And if your jump is horribly mistimed, instead of jumping to the right like you want, the platform moving to the left will mess with your momentum, and it'll feel like you're jumping straight up, and you'll just jump right into the pit and die. And well, if you hadn't had enough problem with the momentum in that stage already... No, I'm thinking the next stage after this. Well, anyway, yeah, you'll be seeing more problems with it again shortly. So we got these guys that jump around. Why did I do that? Oh, that doesn't hurt you. Good. These guys spin around if you blow on them. They actually get stunned if you pound the ground. But you do have to get rid of them, and they do jump. Some of them jump straight up, other ones jump forward. Also, the ice here is pretty slippery. Jumping straight up does not reset your momentum, like in, say, the Mega Man games. So you have to be careful when you're on ice. Also, I'm not going to find all the power gems. I'm going to say, not the power gems, but the power stars. I'm going to say that right now. Because I didn't find the power stars that would completely refill all of my energy, or rather the power meter, rather, when I was going through these two stages. Which can give you quite a bit of difficulty if you're not really ready for what you're going to be in for in these stages. Also, this bridge will break apart when you get on it. And we just barely got the other side. Oh, and you don't want to get hit by the snow, of course. You want to wait for it to fall down before you pass underneath it. And these little guys that hide in the floor and then come at you either when you're in front of them or behind them, you will have the ground pound in order to get rid of them. And I could not grab that. Like I said, I'm not going to find all the power stars. I am trying, but I'm not going to find all of them. And I may have to use... Okay. About to say, I may have to use the ground pound to get rid of him. And you're just moving back and forth. Well, we'll fix that. And these guys can get frozen by the snow, too. So sometimes you can do that. Couldn't find the power star here, sadly. I can't go past the exit here. I'm going to try and see if I can get an extra... Yes, I can. Awesome. Got an extra life right there at the end. Place is the one I lost there at the Sea of Clouds. If I can get another one after this, that would be cool. And now it's time for the Crystal Palace. This is where the momentum stuff that I mentioned about the Sea of Clouds rears its ugly head again. There is some good music here, by the way. I will put it in the description. Also, we have palette swaps of some of the enemies here. And while you don't necessarily have to take these columns to get to where you need to go, it is kind of cool if you can pull it off. Like, I was sent sailing a little bit to the right there just because of how the column there was just tumbling down. And I can never do this right. But if you can do that right, you'll skip like a whole bunch of the stage, and you'll skip this entire pit area here, I guess you could say. Again, I'm going to try to find the power star here. Again, no guarantees that I will. I'm going to use... Yeah, nice. So it is possible to get lives past 4 or 5. Or past whatever you started with. You just gotta be lucky. Also, I need to run, and thankfully because of the breath there, I was able to blow some of those guys away. Those guys will drop down and try to stab you from above if you pass under them. And by using those little guys as stepping stones, I'm able to get past that spike pit. And those two guys that are clumped together to the left there, not sure if you saw them there for the few brief seconds they were on screen, but they do act as a saving grace in case you mess up on the columns at the end. Also, while I was fighting this guy... Oh, no, you don't. You don't do it either. When I was fighting the guy that grabbed the bird, I found out you can actually punch these stalactites that make these clanging and banging sounds. Starting to sound like Hulk Hogan now. Clanging and banging, brother. These things that clang and bang, these little stalactites, you can stop them by punching them in the air. Thankfully, you don't need to do it for the last one because it's slower than all the rest, but you can stop the rest of them just by punching them in the air. And if you can time this right, you could be able to get that health replenishment, but, well, I'm obviously not going to get it. Ow. Get you guys out of the way. And you. And I want to be careful here. There is a special bird action that you can do here. You know what? I'll take that. Let me see if I can find another one-up. Even though I practically already found one. Couldn't. But you know what? I have more lives than I started with. At this point in the game, that's alright. And again, I'm not exactly the smartest guy in the room when it comes to this game anyway, so no power star there. Now it's time for Frostbite. This guy has kidnapped Astal, and the battle move doesn't start until you strike this dude. When he swings like that, you better be ready to duck out of the way. Wait for him to hop backwards, then hit him. If you try to hit him before he... Ow. Before he does the hop backwards, you will get hit. Also, when he turns into this little tornado form, you want to avoid it. You want to avoid him, obviously. He can't seem to get you if you are on the bottom of the screen. I mentioned the bird's controls at the beginning, but again, if you need to, you can fly in any direction with the control pad. You can also walk on the ground just by getting onto it. And you can also dash while you're on the ground. And the bird does this really weird looking, hey, no. You know what? Because you did that, you just set yourself up for failure. The bird does this weird arm wave when he dashes.
You didn't have to help me. Thanks. You remind me of someone. Lita! I have to go now. You really shouldn't follow me, you know. I don't want anything to happen to you.
like the little icon in the lower right-hand corner.
Lita had been the only thing Astal had ever loved. But now he found that he was beginning to love this strange bird as well. Then he remembered the world in which he and Lita had been so happy. For every creature who lived there, that world had been beautiful and wondrous. Who had destroyed that beautiful world? He had destroyed it. Astal had destroyed it. For the first time in his life, Astal cried. He couldn't say why he cried, but the tears wouldn't stop. His tears fell down like rain, and the strange bird stayed by his side.
So, the bird now reminds Astal of Lita. So maybe that bird is a she, after all. And Astal has learned a little bit about compassion and realized he did a bad thing when he destroyed the bottom of the ocean. We are now on the Plains of Destiny. We are near the end of the game. And this last stretch is gonna be tough, but it is doable. And we're gonna see how doable it is in the next video. Join me next time when we go through the Plains of Destiny and eventually catch up with Gerardo. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!